All right, we're going to talk about the Fort George Cavatica today. One of my very favorite stouts ever. I buy this stuff pretty regularly. It's obviously made out of Oregon on the coast. Astoria is a town. Pretty good place. I haven't been to the brewery itself, but pretty good stuff.
All
So.
right. I've been to the brewery a number of times.
All right.
Probably 20 times. Food's great. Cool old warehouse though. Restored the building, and they brew in it now, and it's just fantastic. That whole little area down there has really come a long ways. They've definitely done a lot for the community. A couple other really good breweries around town too. We should probably do some other beers, but for now, the Fort George Cavatica, great stout. This is not the barrel aged stuff, the bourbon barrel. I do have 2 cans of the bourbon barrel left, 2 or 3 cans. That was kind of some limited edition stuff I bought in a 4-pack. This is just a regular Cavatica stout, 8.8%.
Yep.
Not very hoppy. Kind of it's pretty balanced, I guess.
Yeah.
To me, the finish is just a tad bit sweeter, but I'll tell you,
There's a kick to the tongue. I mean, it just...
well, there's just something about this stout that has always seemed kind of, almost wine-like. Like a port. Almost like drinking a port. Now, not sweet like a port. That's not where I'm going with it. But very, very alcoholic and vinous, like a wine.
That's what I was agreeing with.
Fantastic stout. Super well balanced. The bitterness is low. It's not overly sweet, I guess, on the finish. But it finishes with a lot of chocolate and a lot of alcohol, at least to me anyway.
Kind of like a coffee type of, you know.
I guess there is a little bit of coffee in there. I get a lot of chocolate out of it.
My experience with this is I typically pour it in a glass so it can air out a little bit, and then you get better of an essence of it instead of just out of the can. I mean, yes, we're camping, we don't have glasses, whatever. But that's just what I do when I buy this, go home with it, I pour it in a glass. And it's more satisfying to me that way.
Yeah, don't drink it ice cold. It'll be super tight, and almost a little bit more bitter than it really should.
Yeah.
But if it warms up just a smidge, like it's in the low 40s out here right now, and we've had these out, and I've been holding on to it a little while. This might be a 48-degree stout. Like, I don't want this ice cold, and it opens up a lot more and starts to show a lot more of what it has as far as character and body, and you get a lot more nose out of it. I mean, with any stout really, but this stuff is just fantastically well-made stout.
Yeah. And the cans are pretty cool too. As you can see, they have spider webs on them, but when I used to buy it, they must have just literally changed this, but they used to have a whole bunch of different spiders on it and kind of the names with them and stuff like that, and they just kind of made it cool, you know. The spider webbings, you know, I still like it, but...
Well, I think they're talking about, like, Cavatica, like, of or pertaining to a cave.
Well, right.
Because their description is all about it's cavernous and inky and dark when they're talking about their description of their stout, which it is. But they call it an American double stout, and I'm not really entirely sure what that's supposed to mean, because it doesn't seem well. I guess it's verging on imperial stout, maybe not quite intense enough. It's certainly more than just your standard oatmeal type stout or strong stout or foreign export stout. They say in there that it has nothing to do with an Irish stout, which is absolutely correct. It does. It's not bitter and dry and got that kind of burnt roasted barley taste to it that you get out of an Irish stout. It's definitely an American style stout, but it almost finishes, God, it finishes a smidge sweet, very smooth, and then you get that alcohol at the end. It's almost like a really boozy milk stout.
Yeah. Good explanation on that one, but
it's just, I don't know. Great stuff.
Like every time I take a drink, I just kind of let it sit in my mouth a little bit and fucking absorb the. Yeah, it's just the taste, the flavors there. I mean, it's awesome, and then of course, you got the alcohol aftertaste, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just
very
so
good,
smooth and well balanced. Fantastic food beer too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so if you want to pair this with any sort of roasted meat, it would probably be good with some types of barbecue and smoky type stuff too.
Yeah.
I think it would lend itself really well to that. Also, I think you could pair this with a lot of desserts too. So like a really rich cheesecake, or like a chocolate cheesecake. You can do different types of chocolate. Obviously, the perennial grown man's ice cream float, where you'd pour this over some really super rich handmade vanilla ice cream or something would be outstanding. To me, though, it lends itself to roasted meats really well. Pitted fruits and stuff, plums and
something like stew and stuff or something would be good with it.
It would be a good ingredient.
Yeah, that would definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's pretty well done.
It's a very good warm beer too, with being during the winter and stuff. It's a good thing to have and sit there and sip on. And
yeah, it's a great way to kind of bring the night down too.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Especially out here in the woods. I mean, the wind's kind of kicking up. It's getting a little colder.
Yeah.
Fire's dying down.
That's
kick the stout and hit the old shelter, and
that's why we decided to do this one last.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
a good way to end the night.
Yeah, just a quick nightcap. I mean, you only need one of these two. You can't go buy a 4-pack and just drink them all, because it just doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
So this is like one of those. Have one, sip on it, enjoy it.
Well, and this is a pint, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, shit. Oh,
you drink a 4-pack of these, I mean, you're an idiot. So this is literally one beer. I mean, you buy a 4-pack and it's gonna last you 4 different sessions, because it's not a drink and get drunk type of beer. It's just a
total booze hound, I guess.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna be spending what, $12 for a 4-pack or something like that.
Definitely a good feast beer, though.
So.
Yep.
Cool.
It'd be a good marinade. If you were gonna marinate some stuff and smoke it, it'd be good with a good black bean and brisket chili or something would be good. This would be a great ingredient for that. It's well done.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, it's fucking. I love it.